You know, in the gospel accounts, when Jesus asked his disciples, you know, who do men say that I am? And some say Elijah, and others say you're John the Baptist. Uh, but Jesus said, who do you say that I am? And Peter declared, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus said, blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonas, for flesh and blood has not revealed this unto you, but my Father which is in heaven. You know, as Jesus in the Gospel of John is recorded saying, no one can come unto me unless the Father draws them. And those that do come to me, I shall in no wise cast out. You know, people think that by their own will that they can come to God, or by their own will that they can save someone else if they talk slick enough, you know, or, you know, but all we can do is speak the truth in love and plant the seed. And the seed that lands on good ground will bear fruit. But if it lands on that hard, stony ground, then it's not going to bear fruit. Because as soon as persecution rises because of the word, they'll become offended and walk away. And the word sown among thorns, the anxieties and cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the desire for other things are going to prevent the word of God planted in them from springing up and bearing fruit. But the seed sown on good ground, as Jesus said, will bear some 30-fold, some 60, some 100. You know, and you know, when we're born of Jesus, that incorruptible seed in water baptism, because that's where we plant the body of sins and death. I mean, and a seed isn't given life unless it dies. It can't bear any fruit. It can't, and that's where it's planted in death. This is through faith. This isn't through a work that we do. This is through a work that God accomplished when he raised Jesus from the dead. This is what the Apostle Paul is teaching in Romans chapter 6, verses 3 and 4, Colossians chapter 2, verses 11 and 12, 1 Corinthians